Hey guys, so introduction to GitHub organizations. This is the way that you're able to collaborate and put yourselves as a team. I've kind of mentioned this before when collaborating just with a team by forking a repo that's already there. And then in this way, if we create an organization, we can add in team members and give them rights to basically push code up without having to approve it. So we haven't really stepped into, with the fork, we stepped into a pull request, and you could still do that as a best practice, but at least wanted to show you how to create an organization and then also how to delegate tasks and kind of make a to-do list along the way. So this is going to be quick, and I think this is going to be beneficial for how you collaborate with other people when you want to have a project that you're going to work on continuously, at least for a good while. Maybe even could just be for a month, but if it was for a 6-month period or a few years, an organization is the way to go. It's free, and it's at least it's going to be public, but it's going to be a way for you to team up together. I've got a few you can see here in the bottom left. So for an organization, I'm going to open up Dev Catalyst. As an example, there is one repository called Socktober, and if we go to settings, we can see that the list of the organization's name, I even gave it an icon, it was member privileges, and so we can set the default to be read or write or admin, and then even block certain users if we wanted to. But the people that were added to this team are these people here, and they have certain rights, whether they're going to be an owner or just a regular member. And then we've got a set of team that is the Socktober team. So these are the people that worked on this project for Socktober. And then this is a really cool way with teams. You can define maybe a front-end team and a back-end team and add them to specific repositories very quickly without having to add each individual member over and over and over again to have access to specific repositories. So let's create a organization here in the top right. As an example, this is what it would look like. So you fill in the name, you give it a billing email address, and then you create a free tier option, and then you create the organization. And that's what it looks like on the organization itself. So if I open up like theCO, there's several repositories here. If I go to the code site as a good example here, I can go in and I can give setting, collaborators, and I can add in a full team. Like I explained earlier, you could set a team of people to basically have immediate access to this repository, or I can add them in individually. And so the way to start delegating though is being able to create an issue and use that as a to-do list. And so if I open up a new issue, like we need to fix PHP date, submit issue, and then I'll create another issue, need to add video. I could even assign it to someone specific if there was someone in this organization that I wanted to share this with. So I could assign to myself very quickly, but also just add new, and then I could basically add issue after issue. So this is now a to-do list. When I create a commit, I can reference the number of which issue this is. So this is a really fast way to create a to-do list, and then when you create a commit, you're able to fix basically mark that issue done in your commit. So maybe we'll give this a shot. So if I hit new issue, and we'll do a test issue that needs to be marked done, I'm going to create that issue here. And then if I go into the code, let's say we go into PHP, I'm going to add just a null edit here. I don't think there's anything specific I can think of. I'm going to basically take the space out in the Google Analytics. So I'm going to take the space out at the very bottom, and then I'm going to removes space and completes issue number. I need to figure out the number of the issue that I created. So I open up a new tab, and then in here I have this issue number 5, and so all I have to say is number 5 in the commit somewhere. So if I do number 5, save, commit change, it's going to make the commit, and it's going to reference the issue number 5 that we created, and then I made a push up to it. It says it's still open, but this is the change that I've made to address the specific issue. And so when this is done, we can basically close the issue now and mark it complete. So it's really nice that, let's see, we go to issues. Now we only have 2 issues. One is closed, and that's the one that I referenced inside of my commit. So it's a really cool way where you're able to make a commit and reference the issue that you wanted to mark it done. So that is how you would collaborate with an organization, and then also how you create a to-do list to kind of share who is in charge of what task that you've assigned. So issues is a really nice way to kind of hack the way you would collaborate and delegate some of the things you need to do in your project. Hope that helps, and see you next time. Bye.
Me.